A picture should draw you on to admire it, not show you everything at a glance. A satisfactory general effect, beauty after beauty should unfold itself, and they should not all shout at once. A quote by Henry Peach Robinson, the man who started the idea of pictorialism. He was an author and published a handbook, Pictorial Effect in Photography, in 1869 to explain pictorialism. Pictorialism is an aesthetic movement that was started in the 1860s. The idea of pictorialism was to use photography as a way of creating art. This movement focused more on the beauty of the image rather than the documentation. Henry Peach Robinson wanted photography to make an artistic statement such as painting. The subject matter for pictorial photography was mainly people such as models, nature, and elegant rooms. The overall feel pictorialism gave was elegant and beautiful. Henry Peach Robinson also believed to make an image composite, you would have to make different negatives of the same image and put them together, such as this photograph he took called Dawn and Sunset. It was made up of 5 total negatives. Peter Henry Emerson, a British author as well, and who started off pictorialism, was skeptical and critical about the idea of Robinson's composite images. Peter Emerson mainly focused on nature for his photography because he wanted to recreate atmospheric effects in nature, but he did photograph models as well. In photography, there is a reality so subtle that it becomes more real than reality. Alfred Stieglitz. Alfred Stieglitz was a pioneer in the advancement of pictorial photography. When he processed or developed his images, he often smudged or smeared them. During the pictorial movement, the way they would develop their images was either by the daguerreotype or caliotype, depending on what type of finish they were looking for in the final image. The daguerreotype left a sharper, more realistic look, while the caliotype left a softer, more painterly look. During this movement, people preferred to develop their pictures using the caliotype method because the whole point of the movement was to make photography have an artistic look. This process was about the same as the daguerreotype, but they used different chemicals to make the image more permanent. During the start of World War I, pictorialism started to die down, and photographers focused on straight photography and modernism. The reason for this is because people wanted to document the war and they weren't focused on the beauty of things because it was all chaos. Some smaller groups tried to keep pictorialism alive, but eventually it was over around the 1930s. Pictorialism influenced people to focus on the composition of their images and also focus on the subject matter. It helped advance the more artistic side of photography rather than the documented side.